Hello everyone, this video is about the deteriorating quality standards in Magic the Gathering. I propose a question to Wizards: why are you shipping poor quality cards to your customers? The cards are so bad, players can't tell if the card is real or if it's a proxy. Now there's three groups of players that are out there. The first group is the Timmies. They notice something, but they continue to buy the product. And that, I don't know why. The second group is the extreme, that found out something is wrong, and they just give up, put their hands in the air, and basically are selling their collection and moving on. Now there's the third group that's somewhere in the middle and is looking for an explanation from Wizards, or some kind of time frame where we can get this quality standards across all the manufacturing locations to be the same. So with that said, I'm going to create some videos to check sets as they come out, and I have a few checks that could help everyone at home. The first one is a light test, a white light test. It checks the core material, what's in the middle of the card. There's a black light test that checks the ink. It's a reflective ink that was used in the past. And then there's some tooling and process checks. We've seen some geometry issues with the foils, some card weight, and there's been some gloss issues. The last thing, there's some special features. Now there's special features on the back of the cards, and there's special features in the front of the card. A lot of players refer to the 4 red dots, or as an L shape, that's on the green marble, I would say, at the back of the cards. So that's what I'm going to use today to identify what's a special feature. And then I'm going to score it. Each category will have from 0 to 3. 0 is a fail, 3 is a pass, and there's some 1 or 2 requires some work. And I've done some opening in the past, so I basically went to some LGS that's around my area, and I got some packs that I'm going to crack fresh and show the differences. So the first pack is a draft booster pack, and it's made in the US. Packs. Now this is a video I'm just making on my kitchen table. I don't have a great setup, but bear with me. So we can just skim through what the rares and what the cards are, just in case someone wants to know. But the main thing is to pick a card, and perfect. Let's pick Ageless Guardian, and then perform these tests. So first pack was a draft pack. It was made in the USA. So the light tests that went through, you can see all 5 of the colored. So that's fine. I would say that's a pass. I rated a score of 3. Let me probably put this down. So I'll keep that on. It's fine. I have a black light test. You can check the front. Fairly reflective if you check the writing. The ink is very reflective. I think that's a pass, looking at cards in the past. Now let's look at the gloss. The gloss seems more of a matte finish. So I would think this is a decent card in terms of quality. Now, the only thing I noticed is these corners. They have these jagged edges. Seems somewhat unfinished or not rounded like the old cards or from before 1999. So corners, I think tooling and process, in terms of geometry. Oh, let's do a quick check on the weight. So I'm not sure if everyone can see. So that's 1.80, 1.8081. Maybe let me just mind. 1.82. So we did 3 cards from the draft set. Let's put that back in the draft pile right here. So just the corners, I think, has a little bit of an issue. So I'd say that's 2. Good work on this. But other than that, let's note down 1.81 grams for the weight. Let's make a few notes. Sorry. Corners. Gloss is, I would say, low gloss. So at the end of the day, the rating is 2. In terms of the dot, now I've checked the dot. Before you can clearly see 4 dots these days. I don't know if that will show on camera. No. Okay, I guess you have to take my word for it. Now you can barely see 2.5 dots, maybe. And that's so you don't clearly see the 4 dots. So that's something I think you can improve on. So we get a score of 6/10. So that's a draft from the US. Now let's mix it up. Let's pick a set booster. So this one is made in Japan. Okay. So let's have a look. We get meh. Okay. Let's take Pigment Storm. So this is a set. Let's evaluate. Put it to the side. So first thing, light test. You can barely see light coming through. It's more of a purple. So this is a fail. There's something wrong with this card. This is why people are saying it's more like a proxy. How reflective is it? Not very reflective. It's definitely different. So let me bring back a draft from the United States and see if you can tell the difference on camera. If not, you can try this at home. Buy one set and one draft, see the location from US and compare it to Japan. So reflective in terms of draft, and this was a set. So I think ink somewhat reflect, but there's definitely some improvements that they can make. Tooling and process. Well, this is what I find interesting. The corners on the ones from Japan they have a nice rounded edge. It's not as sharp as the other one, and to me, yeah, it's not splat. So it's not Pringles like the foils. So yeah, that's why I'm looking at geometry. And in terms of weight, this is also something that's interesting with the set. 164, 166. Oh, maybe I'll need to save the foil. 168. So we had a range from 164 to 168, I believe. So in terms of grams, geometry, rounded, that was nice. Gloss, it's more glossy compared to the draft. So there's definitely more wax or whatever coating is used. I'm not sure if that affects the lighting, but we'll also tear a card after. The thrill is definitely wax, you can tell. Okay, tooling process. So I'm giving it a 1 just because the corners were rounded. Gloss, it's a high gloss. Let me check. 4 dots. And 2. You can barely tell if it's there. It's almost non-existent. Some checks in the front can be the copyright sign, the mana symbol, the set symbol, borders. There's other things other checks that you can do online. This one is strictly focused at quality standards across all the manufacturing locations. So far, Japan is not doing that great compared to US. So nothing against Japan, we're just evaluating that product from the facility there. So this one is a lot worse than the draft. There's 2 dots that you can barely see. So we got 3. I would not recommend this. I would not recommend buying this. Do not buy. That's a set. Let's go back to the draft. What's interesting with draft is this one is made in Belgium. This is a draft booster from Belgium. It's made in Belgium. So local store, I went to a few of them and found this one. So first let's look at what we got. Anything exciting? Okay. It's a mythic. Anything that we can. Let's use the pupil. This guy. Battle Seer. So Belgium, right off the bat. Okay, so let's do it properly. So my tests. Nice blue U. Similar to the United States. So Belgium. This is 3 ink. Let's see if I can speed this up. Wording is reflective. I think it's much better than the set. Okay, much better than the set. In terms of card weight geometry, let's see. Just the edges again, gloss, somewhat low. In terms of weight, 1.81. Let's try another one. 1.79. 1.80. Let's go in the middle. Corners is an issue. Low gloss. I'll give it a 2. 4 red dots. Don't expect anything amazing here. I can see 3, I think. Almost 3 dots. Can I see the 4th one if I try really hard? I don't know. So, still, I can't clearly see all 4 dots, but there could be some work done here to improve that. So far, draft out by from either US or Belgian location. Or else I'm just going to look for a regular card. Oh, sorry. This one was made in the United States. And so, made in the US. Don't want to spend too much. So first, let's have a look. Anything exciting? Good. Oh, from right. Oh, that looks etched. Cool. Alright. Let's go with a non-foil card that was printed on the collectors. Well, I think it should pass all the tests like the draft. Yes, the core material. Nice. Well, it doesn't help that it's blue. Let's see if there was another one that wasn't foil. I can start evaluating foils as well in the future. So, still nice blue. Light coming through. Quality. Oh, and that's the interesting with looking for reflective surface. So with the double-sided cards, obviously you have to look at the printing and how reflective it is. Front. This is exactly why. So if you were to look at a set and compare it to the cards that are printed in another location. So pass. Now corners still not good. Weight 1.8. So I'll give them the gloss matte finish or low. In terms of, well, there's no red dots, so you can't really evaluate that. So this is where you have to rely on symbol, C, copyright, printing, rosette patterns, and how dark the border is. Symbols. So those things can be online. So I call them special features. A lot of people know about them right now, and this is good. So 10. This is good. So 10. So this facility was the Belgium and the USA facility have been printing for a while. Obviously this is new, but it's not up to standard. So again, Wizards, why are you shipping bad products?